Are you feeling stuck like your greatest dreams and goals are just out of reach? Do you sometimes feel like it might just be too late? If you're longing for transformation and a renewed sense of purpose, you're not alone. So many of us settle for a life smaller than what we truly desire, letting fear and doubt hold us back. We might even look at others and wonder, how do they make it look so easy? But the truth is, it's never too late to break the mold, people, and become the person you were always meant to be. You have the power to turn dreams into reality. And our guest today, she's living proof. Get ready to meet Saba Moore Doucette. At the incredible age of 81, she's a 12-time gold medal bikini champion, author, and absolute force of inspiration. Saba's story will shatter your limiting beliefs and show you what's truly impossible, or what's possible, rather. Join us as Saba shares her journey, her wisdom, and actionable steps towards achieving your wildest dreams, no matter your age or starting point. And if you're ready to take the first step, be sure to check out her incredible books and the most important book of them all, Think It, Do It, Be It, and her 365 Days to Success Method. Welcome to the show, Saba.
Hi, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. It's
Yeah.
That's funny you should mention the 365 days to success because that is something that's on my my website. That's my book is actually Fit for Life. Think It,
Mhm.
Do It, Be It. And it's
Yeah.
like, here, let me show you, just in case I happen to have it right here. Okay. So that's my book.
You prepared.
Well, it just happens to be sitting on because I'm at my desk. That's
Yeah.
me. Ah!
Yeah.
In my late 70s. And that's going to be me again this Saturday on the 13th when I'm competing, going for the gold for my 13th gold. And I'm telling you, you are never too old and it's never too late to make your dreams come true. And actually, you know what? I have a TV show called Never Too Old, Never Too Late. And it's on Tubi TV. So watch it. It's fun. So here we go. What did you want to know?
you gotta you do have the TV show that's on Tubi, and
Yes,
that is absolutely incredible. I'm very proud of you. And how did you like that introduction?
I
That I
love
gave
that
you.
introduction. Marcus, you're on top of it. That was great. It was great. It makes me feel really good to hear other people like you telling other people, because that's why I do it, that you are never too old and it is never too late to reach your desires and your dreams. Because um, I started going for this when I was 68. That's when I got in
Yes.
shape to become a bikini diva. And I did it just because I had created a workout called auto size. And that you do it in your
Yeah.
car, but not while you're driving because you'll sue me. But
Yeah.
every minute counts when you're working on your body. Every minute you can be doing something to help yourself. So I couldn't monetize it. I tried to sell it and I couldn't. And my best friend had
Mhm.
gained weight and then she lost the weight to hold herself accountable. She decided to compete. So
Mm.
I went along with her. I videotaped her and I saw what she did to her body in a year. And I went, wow, that's amazing. And she said, you should do this with me. We could have so much fun. And I immediately said no, because it was not in my wheelhouse, and I
Right.
also, I was kind of judgmental. I thought these women were, all about the body and they didn't
Mhm.
really use their minds. And then I met some of the women one was a doctor, one was a captain in the Marines, and one was a circuit court judge. And we had a
Mm.
conversation. I thought, oh, okay, so I got to stop being judgmental here. And and then she said something that really caught me. She said, maybe if you have some credibility in the field, people will buy your auto size. And I thought, ooh, credibility, buy, money in my pocket. I'll do it. I'll go for it. So it took me about 8 months to get in shape because I was thin.
Yes.
But I mean, at that age, at 68, I have to say I was skinny,
Hmm.
and my body was starting to sag a little bit here and there.
Hmm.
My butt was a little down, and my boobs were looking at the floor, saying, "See you in a minute." So I had to really work my body so that I could have the muscles pick it up.
Right.
And I am a metaphysical practitioner. So I started making up affirmations,
Hmm.
how doing this was going to be easier for me and I could do this with ease. And so I really kind of got into getting myself into shape. And then when I did my first competition and I took the gold, I was like, whoa. So now you take being 69, 3 years later, I'm into this and I start learning so much about the body and the food. Like I went up to a trainer. I said, "How do you look so good?" I mean, I looked okay. I looked good, but their tone was gorgeous. And so she said, "Well, I eat clean." And I said,
Mm.
"Well, I wash my food." I didn't even know what the term meant. So I learned about food. I learned how to eat clean. And then as I kept going, I realized, like maybe 5 years into it, that I was actually living the think it, do it, be it process and becoming it. I had become it. First, there's a thought, then you have to do
Right.
something about the thought, and then you become it. And so I went, I got to teach people about this because it can help them. So I started doing workshops and writing books and doing everything. And I started helping all these people that thought their life was over because they were older. And I
Hmm.
always say that uh, your life from birth to 50 is God's gift to you. And your life from 50 on is your gift to yourself. So that's
Hmm.
what I try to help people to know, that you are never too old and it is never too late. And by becoming a bikini diva in my 70s, I started to get people's attention and they would say, "How are you doing this?" Like you said in the beginning, "How are you doing this? What are you doing to yourself?" And it opened up a
Yeah.
whole new world for me to be able to teach people. And I have a show business background. So when I started doing it, I
Yeah.
said to
You do.
Babs, my best friend, "All right, if we're going to do this, we're going to document it." So we had a YouTube show for a long time, and I shot it, and we talked about how we were getting in shape, what we were eating, what we were putting in our bodies, and it became my life. And so for these past 12 years, I've really just taken myself seriously in doing
Yeah.
this. I've done some things on the side, but not a lot.
Hmm.
But now I'm getting back into producing and everything. But still, as long as I can help people to stay youthful and do conscious aging, because that's what it's all about, being
Yeah.
conscious. I love it. I love helping people.
Yeah. And I seen you. I seen you smile like twice. As you mentioned the thought of helping people, and then I seen you smile when you talked about like your producer background, and I got questions about both of them.
Okay. I got answers, honey.
Because the two there's definitely stories behind both of those, because like you did kind of like paint us a clear picture about your pivotal moment early on and how you started the incredible journey of transformation. Um, but I really would like to like take it take it deeper, like take a deep dive into like was there a particular affirmation or even a moment where, as you were writing the book, where you said that like this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, help people, inspire people, or you realize that like, man, I'm really helping people, and and this is the legacy I want to leave, because sometimes we don't really see or really realize that, like, this is it, this is my thing,
Yeah. Well,
even though that, like, we come from a background of something else.
well, I can tell you, uh, I have been involved with Centers for Spiritual Living for like most of my life, and as a practitioner, I just love helping people. And even as
Hmm.
a writer, producer, director, I have always like connected people to other people and like said, oh, this person would be great for you. So I've
Yeah.
always done that. And I've always in my life tried to tell people my belief system is I believe that we are all connected. We are all of one energy, and that energy
Mhm.
source, if you are living the way you're supposed to be living, and when I say supposed to be, I mean in your heart, you're right, and you're doing right, and then things come to you in that energy. And so
Mhm.
I've always been that person. But as a writer, producer, director, I have my own production company, and I do things, and
Yeah.
they're great and everything's wonderful. But when I had the big switch was because what happened was I had graduated from being a practitioner. And so Mark Vieira, who was my minister, so to speak, he said
Hmm.
to me, you would make a, a great minister. You should go on with the practice. And I said, I don't think I'm supposed to go to be a minister. I think my ministry is in something else. And then I became a bikini diva and a sports model. And so what happened to me is for the first time in my life, I was at the top of my game. I have
Yes.
taken the gold every year. And now I'm older. So now, the expression, first you got to get their attention.
Yeah.
Now I have everybody's attention and they want to hear what I have to say. And so I
Hmm.
not only tell people what I've always told them, but I try to connect with them to know that, if you want to lose weight, great, because that's what my book is mostly about. But mostly, if you want to just become the best possible you that you can become, I created the secret. I got the secret. Here it is. Just follow the think it, do it, be it process, and you can reach your goals. And
Yeah.
now they're listening because of what I've become. So I think when I hit that point where people saw me as somebody on the top of the game and worth listening to,
Hmm.
I, because I've always known I wanted to help people, but that was the moment that I knew that they would listen.
Right.
So that, I hope, answered that question for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And the two part of that is, like that other part of that, the other smile that I saw, that other beautiful big smile, and she, those who are listening and not watching, she has an incredible smile. You'll see
Thank
that on
you.
the image of the back of the book. Once you purchase the book, definitely go out and buy the book. I have to mention that again. Um, was the producer side of you, and you do, and I have to mention that she does have that show on Tubi that I do want to encourage you guys to go out and check out as well. The show on Tubi is
Plus,
available.
I smiled really big because I'm so excited that there's a film that I wrote and I'm
Okay.
co-producing, and it's like I'm very excited about it because we're going to Cannes like within 25 days. I think we leave, and it's actually happening. But I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about it. We can talk again later,
Yeah. Okay,
but
that'd be later.
it's
Okay.
really exciting.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. And that part of my career, because I actually didn't really pay that much attention to it, is
Uh-huh.
just totally happening. And the people want to do a documentary on my life.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, and it's so funny. I don't know if you believe in psychics. I I um I don't believe in them anymore. I do. Some of them are okay. I believe in we make our own destiny. That's what I believe
Okay.
in. But I used to go to these psychics and they would say to me, "Oh, you're going to have fame and fortune, but not until you're older." Okay? Older.
Yeah.
And I thought they meant like 50 because I was
Yeah.
in my 40s. And then I went to another psychic when I was 60 and she said, "Oh, yeah, but not till you're older." And I'm thinking, what the hell? I'm older. But it was like, that it's happening now and I'm in my 80s. So
Mhm.
thank God I have the energy to deal with it, you know? And that's because I actually really take care of my body.
Mhm.
And what happened, I actually, if you look at my pictures, I kind of like turn back the time element here. Like my skin got better, everything got better, my hair got better. Yoo-hoo! And it's like it's what you put in is what you get out, not only in things, but in food and in drink and in everything. And I really believe
Yeah,
that.
it's a renewed hope. There's a thing about having renewed hope and putting your hope and living with intentional purpose.
Exactly.
When you have intentional purpose and you have a big why for why you live, you tend to add more years to your life.
Oh yeah.
Versus being complacent and like well, I'm just living till I die. You know,
Oh, you know
sort
what?
of thing.
Talking about that, listen, I have a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff here. I don't know if you read about this. Did you read about this? This is called For Seniors and Older. And
Hmm?
I did this workout video with my mother when she was 100.
Really?
She came to live with me and my husband when she was in her 90s. And
Wow.
I started talking to her because I was working out, and
Yeah.
doing this thing. And then she said, "What are you doing to yourself? You look different. You look younger." And I said, "Mom, let me teach you my process." And she started working out in her 90s and doing things little by little.
Yeah.
And when she was 100, I said, "Let's make a workout video together." Everything that I do on the floor, she does on the chair.
Yeah.
And she just loved it. And she had so much fun. And oh my God, I miss my mommy. She left at
Yeah.
103.
Wow.
Yeah. But she wanted to go. That's why she went. Oh, but
Yeah.
speaking of older people,
Uh-huh.
um, my husband Jeff Doucette. Some of you out there
Hmm.
may know him. He's an actor, and he works. He's a kind of known character actor. I
Yeah.
said to him, "Hey, let's do this funny little thing because we both come from a comedy background,
Hmm.
and it's like so. This one little thing that we did is on TikTok. So I don't know if you saw it, but we do something called the alta cacas, which means it means the old farts. Anyway, it's ALTA underscored KAKAS. And we have at least 100 up there. We did it for fun. So you wouldn't
Okay.
recognize me. I have a wig on. I'm an old lady and I sit there like this, with glasses, and he's dressed as an old man. And we just tell jokes, kind of. So it's really
Yeah.
fun. So I do a lot of that kind of stuff, and it's just fun.
Yeah, I gotta check. Yeah, still, I gotta check that out. And when we had our conversation before, I said, man, I didn't have a pen to write all this stuff down. You had so much energy that day, and like when you called me, I was like, oh man, she called me at a time when I was real sleepy. So
Called me back. You could have called me back. It's fine. Listen,
yeah,
I have energy. Thank you, God.
yeah,
I do. I have
yeah.
energy.
I
Unlike,
mean, ladies and gentlemen, like this is not an understatement. This is real life, true story here. Like this woman has energy. She'll run circles around a 30-year-old. So like I'm 38 and and I'm trying to keep up with her. So, so
you're a baby.
yeah, yes,
Oh my
and
God. I have grandchildren almost your age.
wow, wow, that's incredible. That's impressive. Yeah, like it just going back to what you said about about choosing to leave this earth. That's you can get to that point where you're healthy enough, and I mean if you choose to leave, you can leave. Yeah, and like your mom, that's incredible. I've heard, I had a great grandmother, who just decided she was ready to go. She could have stayed here and live a much longer life, if she wanted to. So yeah, like
Oh, yeah, ever since my mom was 102, she said she'd wake up instead of saying, "Oh, I'm so glad to be here," she'd go, "I'm still here."
yeah.
And well, because my mother was an artist. She was a
Hmm.
brilliant artist, and she lost the sight in her eyes
Oh,
for like
okay.
4 years, and then when
Hmm.
it came back black and white, no color.
Mm,
So she just was like, "Eh, I'm done," you know?
yeah. Yeah, sometimes people lose interest in this world, and then they realize that there may be something beyond, something much more fascinating than what's here,
Yeah,
and they have much more desire to reach that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
right.
But while we're here, and there's and we feel that there's a need to help others, like what you're doing. I think that's really, really incredible work, and we have a lot of people to help. There's a lot, a lot
Well,
of
you
us
know
young
what?
people.
I'll tell you a story. And this one is in my book. This is about a
Hmm.
woman that I met, and she had given up on life. She was in a home, and she
Yeah,
was in her uh, uh, mid 80s, I believe. I don't remember really. And
yeah.
she just sat. She watched television. She hardly walked or anything. And so I said to her, "Look, do you have any kind of a dream? Anything?" She said, "What's to dream?" I said, "No, no, no. What would you really like to do?" She said, "Well, if
Mhm.
you really want to know, I'd like to walk to the store and bring back some groceries." She couldn't even, and the store was like a block away. So I said, "You know what? Let's work on that." And so I taught
Yeah.
her part of the think it, do it, be it process. I taught her, you had that thought. Let's do something about that. Let's do things that will get you closer to what it is you really want to do. And
Mhm.
so we started her on a bicycle, the stationary bicycle. And
Yeah.
she couldn't hardly do anything. I mean, she did like maybe 2 rotations, okay? And then each day she got better and better and better and better until she worked up to 20 minutes on the bicycle. And then she's walking around the home and everything, okay? So now 3 months go by, and only 3 months, because that's like a short amount of time, really.
Yeah.
And while she was doing that, when her legs started feeling better, she started feeling better. She wanted to do more. So I gave her arm exercises and told her, how to do different things with weights and whatever.
Mhm.
Okay. So 3 months later, she walked to the store and she brought back a bag of groceries.
Wow.
Now that is like,
That's
for some people, that's like, "Oh, that's nice." But I'm telling you,
No, that's
That,
breakthrough.
but that little breakthrough changed her completely. She
Yeah.
went out to lunch with her son. She started
Yeah.
having a life, and it was like, and she wanted to keep doing more, and she
Mhm.
did. But just start with a teeny little thing. That's the thing that people, I think, so, I did a podcast with somebody the other day, and they said, because they had read my book, and they said, the thing about your book is that it's simple. It's that it gives
Yeah.
people little increments of things that they can do to reach part of their goal. And so each time you reach a little part, you're joyful. You feel good.
Yeah.
When something happens and you do something, you feel good about it. And the better you feel, the more you want to feel that good. So you just keep going. And oh my God, I get excited talking about it because I know how many people that not only has it helped, but with all of, the podcasts I just started doing and the PR I
Mhm.
just started doing, I know I'm going to be able to reach so many people. And I just want to get people healthier and happier because, wow, when you're happy, oh, I almost said a real bad word. No, when you're happy, you're not going to mess anything up. You're not going to,
Yeah.
you're going to have a good life and you're going to attract good and you're going to give out good. And I feel like I'm, what do you call it? The Miss America thing. I want world peace.
Yeah.
But I just want to help as many people as I can. And it gives me joy to know that,
Yeah.
that I can do that.
Well, like for people who want us who's ready to start their journey, their transformation journey today, give them your top 3 quick tips. Who's ready to start? For people who's ready to
Well,
start.
if it's, it, if it's weight that you're thinking about, the first thing that I would do is the first thing that I did, and the first thing that my husband did by accident, because just by living with me, it kind of ran over.
Mhm.
First thing you do is you use smaller plates, and you only put one layer of food on that plate. Don't pile it up. Because the mind is a very powerful tool. It's the biggest muscle you have.
Yeah.
Men always smile when I say that, but it's the biggest muscle you have. Anyway, so what you do, your mind sees this plate with small amount of food and it's a full plate and it goes, oh, okay. And you eat it and it goes, oh, full plate, stomach full. So you
Mm.
filled up. And that's how you start to shrink your stomach so that you can take in smaller amounts and be satisfied. Because we all want to be satisfied. Okay? So that's
Yeah.
tip one. Tip two, if it's something that you really want to do other than losing weight,
Mhm.
because I mean, I can give you a tip two for losing weight. Would you like that?
Yeah.
All right, tip
Yeah,
two.
because I got a belly fat issue right now that's starting to grow. And like I want to reverse that.
Oh, you know what? You look at my book and do the 9-day diet.
Okay.
It'll be amazing. But for tip two, for people, um, well, the second thing is I affirm, you have to affirm, this is working for me with ease. I can do this because I am getting better and feeling better. Okay, but tip two, you know how a sculptor works? They
Mhm.
etch away at things and then there it is. So what you have to do is start with your cupboards and you get in there and you get rid of everything that will not work in your body. Anything that's processed,
Mhm.
you need to get rid of it. And
Okay.
just, and in my book, and I have the 21-day challenge. To think it would be a challenge is coming out in probably in a month. And
Yeah.
that will take you step by step through everything you need to do to lose weight. Okay, if it's not weight loss, then what you need to do is you need to say, all right, what is it that I really want to do? And the thoughts, there may be more than one or two or three thoughts that come to you. Choose a thought that when you say it or when you hear it, you smile, because that's you feeling good about what you really want to do. So then the thought is a good thing, but if you don't do anything about it, it's just going to sit in there.
Yeah.
So next you have to take that thought and you have to look at everything around you. And then you have to weed away everything that doesn't help you get to that thought so that you can become it or have it drawn to you or whatever. You know, it could be a car even that you want. It could be whatever. But there are steps, and all the steps are in my book. And they're on my website. I have other programs that are on my website. So it's like thought, movement. People think things, you know, and they go, oh, you know what? I really want to go on. Oh man, I've always wanted to go to Italy. Always. And then they have that thought, and then they continue that thought, but they continue doing everything that they're doing in life. You want to go to Italy, get it in your mind. And then, you know what? Start looking through your clothes and figure out what you would do to take that trip and what you would pack and so you do things that help you go towards reaching your goal.
Right.
And if you can create affirmations for yourself, they have to be positive affirmations. And you visualize yourself actually being there. You visualize yourself having fun, because what you envision will happen. Oh, you want to hear something that happened just last night?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God. Okay, so my sister from another mother, she's been staying with us. And on Sunday, she went for a hike, big hike up into the woods and in the mountains and everything. And she was up on the top of the mountain. She sat there and she thought, you know, I would really love a new car. My car is like getting old, and it's like, I don't know, this happens and that happens, and I don't know. And she put the thought out, and she put it out so strong.
Yeah.
She came home. She didn't think anything about it. She just thought it, but she really put it. Okay. Last night, somebody broke into her car, broke the window, took out tried to they took the starter out. But for some reason, they couldn't hotwire it. So they left it there. So she went out there this morning and she saw it, and it was like, at first she was like, what the, and then I said, wait a minute, everything happens for your highest and best.
Yeah.
So there's a situation happening here. Let's see what it could be. And then she stopped and she said, oh my God, Sunday, I thought I would really like a new car, but I have to be motivated to get one. Here's the motivation.
So
you got to be really careful what you think, because you don't even realize you can manifest. We all can.
Okay.
And if you have a strong thought, you can get there.
I love it, you know. And once again, everyone, the book is titled "Think It, Do It, Be It." You know, and there's a relationship between.
The book is entitled "Fit for Life."
And fit for life. Think it, be it. Yeah, think it, do it, be it. Fit for life. I keep on forgetting to add that.
That's all right. I'll tell you, think it, do it, be it is the process.
Yeah, that's the process.
And
but that process is so powerful, you know, and I think that's why I keep leaning so heavily to the subtitle of the book.
Yes.
Because the relationship between thought patterns and achieving the extraordinary goals is so crucial, and you just highlighted that. And, and I think that's why the subtitle is, you know, heavy. I mean, to close this out, And we got to bring you back on, Saba.
Well,
We
you know
definitely
what?
got to bring you back on.
I'm competing on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring me back on. I'll tell you how I took the gold again. No,
Yeah,
but then
we were hoping for the goal.
I'm going to Europe, and I'll be back like probably after the first week in June. So then I'll come back on. I'll tell you about my film and everything.
We'll do a part 2.
Okay.
So that'd be great.
Hey, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Get my book, make a goal for yourself, and then have me back on, and we'll talk about how you got there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because I definitely want to learn more of your process and do a deep dive into your process and to help myself out. And speaking of where we can find your books, tell our listeners where we can find your books. Any classes and follow you to continue this journey of inspiration.
If you go to sabasfitforlife.com
Mm-hmm.
or think it, do it, be it, I'm there. My website is sabasfitforlife.com, I believe. And
Okay.
and you can find me, and all of my downloadables are on there. If you want the book itself, it's on Amazon, and but you can download it cheaper from me. But
Okay.
and it's somewhere else, but I can't remember where. But it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. Just put my name in, it'll come up. Because
Okay.
I have a few other books too that I wrote. And yeah, if you go to my website, you'll see a lot of fun things that you can download, including a song that I wrote with my friend
Oh.
Tom Silcott called. Did you ever hear of the Bring in the Noise, Bring in the Funk
No,
with
I didn't know.
Zevion Glover? It was on Broadway. Well,
Okay.
my friend Tom Silcott, who was the voice on that, he and I wrote this song called Chrisma Kwanzaa, and
Mm-hmm.
it's that's on my website too, and it's part Christmas, part Kwanzaa, part Hanukkah, and it's just really cute. It's done with puppets.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah.
So
So.
yeah, there's lots of stuff, and I just
Mm,
I like to make people smile and happy.
yeah. And the smile is contagious. So thank you for helping me smile today. And
Oh, you will.
yeah. And Saba, your story is a testament to the fact that it's never too late to create a life you were meant to live. And your incredible spirit, your determination, your sheer joy, it's infectious. So yeah, so thank you for just reminding us that age is truly just a number, and that our greatest potential can be unleashed at any point. Our listeners today, if you're feeling the spark of motivation after this, I hope you are. I know you are, because I am. That's Saba's gift to you. Take that spark and set your own world on fire. And Saba, like I said, I hope for us to reconnect again. I got to get your number again, and hope so we can reconnect. And ladies and gentlemen out there, we'll have Saba's social media in the episode description as well as her website. So until next time, I'm Marcus, along with Saba Moore Doucette. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love.